Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are doing a Q&A. Now before I start, I just want to say a few things. I'm going to start working on my YouTube more, which means more videos will be coming. This means I want to know what sort of videos you want to see. Do you want to see longer day in the lives as teen parents, Q&As, etc, story times, all of that stuff? Please let me know what you would like to see and I will do it for you. So this video is a Q&A on things that I get asked pretty much all the time as a teen mum that's on TikTok. This is the questions that people ask me. One of the main questions I get asked is, are me and Jake still together? And the answer to that is yes. I think one of the reasons why people ask me this is because a few months ago I posted on my Instagram that Jake won't be in my videos anymore. Now Jake went in my videos to start with pretty much because he doesn't really like being on camera. He's not a camera guy. I am. I don't mind being on camera, so I respect that. I respect his privacy. The second question I get asked most is, have you got your own house? The answer to this is no. I live with my mum. I'm really sorry about the background, by the way. I do live with my mum, however, me and Jake have started looking at flats. I want a flat, Jake wants a house, but I think by the time of like next year we're not going to be able to save a deposit for a house. A flat is more reasonable for 3 people. Obviously Ivy would have her own room, but we will get a house one day. The third question that I get asked the most is, what was my first pregnancy symptoms? Now, if you followed me for a while on YouTube or TikTok, it's on both of there. I didn't actually know I was pregnant. I didn't have a missed period. I just took one for the shits and giggles, basically. So after I'd found out, my first pregnancy symptom was definitely tiredness. I was like so tired and so drained all the time. That was in my first and third trimester. During my second I was pretty much alright, to be fair, but in my first and third trimester is where I got just really tired. The second symptom was really weird one. When I brushed my teeth, I used to gag. I don't know if it's like the toothpaste, toothbrush, I don't know, but I used to gag all the time when brushing my teeth, and I thought this was really weird, but apparently it's actually really common if you are pregnant. Another question I get asked is, what was my cravings in my pregnancy? Now, I didn't really have, the only weird craving I had was sponges. I literally wanted to eat sponges. really weird. But basically, I used to buy loads of sponges and I'd literally bath in loads of sponges, and I used to chew. It makes me sick thinking about it now. I used to chew them and then like put them in the bin. I didn't swallow them, but that was one of my pregnancy cravings. Another craving was grapes. I think I used to go through a pack, possibly more depending on how I felt, of grapes. My third one was cottage pie. I used to make myself homemade cottage pie pretty much every other night because of how much I craved it. That was especially, I think it was in my third trimester, was cottage pie, 1000%. Don't know why, really weird. My fourth one was Kinder bars, you know them little Kinder bars. I'll put a picture here. I think they're called Kinder bars. They was the, like, if Jake didn't get me them from the shop, I literally cried. I literally used to cry if the shop was closed, they didn't have them. I cried. Another question I keep getting asked is my age, which is 17. If you used to go on my TikTok, you'd know this. If you used to go on my YouTube, Instagram, whatever, you would know that I am 17. A bit of an odd question, but you might be new here. I am 17. Another question I get asked is my job. Do I have a job? The answer to this is no. I did have a job working in a cafe, but they fired me because when I went to the interview, I told them like, no weekends, I can't do weekends, like that's for family. I said, if you give me enough in advance, I will obviously like work a weekend, the odd weekend. So initially they asked me to do 6 weekends in a row, which obviously I said no to. A few weeks later they said, right, it's in advance, can you do this weekend? And I said, yeah. I said, I'll let you know, I'll see. Jake was unfortunately away that week, so I couldn't have actually done that weekend. So they did fire me. wrong dismissal in my opinion. But anyway, moving on. I am looking for a job in August, and the reason for this is because Ivy goes back into nursery 3 days a week in August, so I'm just looking for like a little part-time job, but for now I'm just trying to enjoy the toddler stage. Another one I get quite a bit is how my mum and how my dad reacted to me being pregnant. Now, without getting into this deep, there is a video on my YouTube that I will link in my bio, in the description, I will link it, and it tells you how Jake reacted, I reacted, my sisters, my mum, my dad, etc., school, all of that. But they weren't too happy to start with, in all honesty. Another question I get asked is, why did I bleed in my pregnancy quite a lot? Now, I bled at 9 weeks and 3 days, which is when my first ever scan was, because obviously I thought I'd had lost a baby, so it was an emergency scan. I bled at 28 weeks, and in between that I probably bled about 5 or 6 times. I did bleed quite a bit in my pregnancy. Now, the reason for this, we don't actually know. At 28 weeks was the worst I ever bled. I literally had to call an ambulance to my house. I thought I had lost Ivy because of how much blood there was. I filled 2 towels with blood. I actually rang my mum and was like, I'm bleeding. She didn't think it was that bad. At any point in your pregnancy, if you see blood, it is going to scare you. So my mum thought obviously I was scared. She was shopping. She abandoned her trolley with food and come to the house. When she saw how much blood there was, her face went pale. She didn't realise. Obviously, straight after coming off the phone with mum, I rang the ambulance. They got there, I'm pretty sure they got there before her. I can't really remember, but I was in hospital for 3 days or 3 nights. I can't really remember. 3 days or 3 nights. And they never had a reason for it. We don't know why. They just said sometimes in pregnancy women can bleed. So I don't really know. It could do with the fact that I did have a low-lying placenta, but again, not 100% sure. Another question I get asked is, am I against termination? Now, I just want to say out here, I am 1000% not against it. I think it is your choice, your body, your choice. I know a lot of people are against it, and I don't really understand why. I don't really know why I get asked this question quite a bit. I think it's because I kept my baby. A lot of people say, why did you keep her? Why didn't you get a termination and stuff? And it's like, well, it was my choice to keep her. But I do get asked that quite a bit, so I just thought I'd put it out there. I am not against it at all. That is everything for this video. I am so sorry if I've not answered any of your questions. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below and I will do a part 2 to this. But as of now, I am going to go and get a new nose ring because currently I've got an earring in my nose. Very fun. But please let me know what other videos you'd like, what content you'd like. If you want me to do more Q&As, put your questions down below and I will answer them. But as of now, thank you so much for watching.